default first inspection, OlliOlli gives the impression that it's yet another faux 16-bit indie game, but there's a lot more to love about OlliOlli's skateboarding than just false nostalgia. OlliOlli challenges the player to not only worry about his or her line, but also doing it perfectly. And this usually leads to a lot of execution errors, and eventually Godzilla just steps in and decides that your run is over. No, OlliOlli challenges you to be perfect, and if you can't make it to the end of the run, then you just don't make it. Most games let you continue to play, but this game really is all about big arcade-style combos. And the cleaner you land your grinds and your landings, the better points you'll get and the higher score. Thus, you can see the infinite possibilities for this kind of gameplay loop. OlliOlli offers several different localities. You have the city, the desert, the port, then what is an amalgamation of Soviet Russia, and then what is, we can only assume it to be Tokyo. Most of these levels feel very distinct, and it's really nice just watching all of the different scrolling backgrounds and your character pulling off all these cool tricks in front of these really sweet backgrounds. Another one of the nice things about this game is that you can restart after you've wrecked immediately, or if you miss something, you can just hit the select button and you're back to the main screen where you can do your challenges for that level and get right back into the game. And that really helps to facilitate an arcade-style game where you really depend on being able to get back in quickly and know exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and then attempt to accomplish it once again if you failed miserably the first time, which, to be perfectly honest, it takes a lot of luck to be able to complete many of these challenges. In my opinion, I typically could not do the same challenge twice, but your replay value on some of these things will vary, of course, tremendously based on your skill and just how much time and commitment you're going to take memorizing these levels. One of the things that you may not realize about OlliOlli is that the game is momentum based, in that if you can't hit enough grinds well enough or land your landings well enough, then you will eventually slow down to such a point that you'll just fall or you won't be able to make the next jump. And this really helps the player to want to land things perfectly every single time, and if they don't, it really punishes you. So here again, you're going to have to know these levels. The music is another one of the highlights of the game. It really fits the mood of OlliOlli, and it's just really eclectic, and in some ways while you're playing it, you can kind of even play the game along with the music like a rhythm game, and it's just super dope, and I listen to the soundtrack every now and then, just independent of playing the game. OlliOlli presents this fairly simple control scheme with the left analog stick doing all the tricks and grinds, the X button for landing, and then the bumpers to spin. And this is pretty much all you're going to need, and it may sound simplistic, but really it becomes a lot to deal with, and even by pushing in the bumpers you can modify your tricks and grinds, so there is a lot to chew here. Included with the wide variety of levels are different challenges, and if you can complete each of the challenges for the amateur mode, then you unlock the pro mode, which are far more difficult levels that will take a lot more effort to beat, much less hit the high scores and all of that. There is yet another level that I have not even come close to touching, which is called rad mode, and I assume it's just absolutely impossible, and if anybody can help me out and tell me about it, I'd be more than happy to shake the individual's hand who can actually achieve such heights as to get to rad mode. OlliOlli is pretty much available on everything. It's available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation. I have played OlliOlli 1 and 2 on the Vita as well, if you happen to be a Vita owner. It's really, really nice on the Vita. You can pick it up for a couple of bucks, and there's just a lot to enjoy between the music and the gameplay. It's pretty much a complete package. There is a second game as well, which I would love to review at a later date. It's also excellent. If you have played OlliOlli, what did you think? If you haven't played OlliOlli, what does it look like? Does OlliOlli seem like your kind of game? For this next clip, if anyone can tell me how it is that I bailed right here, I would love to know. I couldn't seem to figure out what happened there. I hope you enjoy the game and tell me what you think.
Save me. Save me. Save me.